Centering focus on the auto sector today, the Society of the Indian Automobile Manufacturers have released sales figures for the month of November. Domestic sales have risen 20% on an annualized basis. The passenger vehicle segment has maintained the strongest momentum. Passenger vehicles have come in at 2.7 lakh units, up by 28% versus same time last year. What's really dampening the sentiment here? As per SIAM, rising interest rates and increase in insurance premium continues to be a cause of concern for consumers. Let's now listen in to SIAM Director General Rajesh Menon on what really he makes of the figures here and the road ahead for the sector.
What are the reasons are you thinking the rural buying is not really happening, whereas the country is seeing a mass consumption and a good consumption story? What are the reasons you are perceiving for a low two-wheeler sales?
So two-wheeler sales is quite one of the major factors for two-wheeler sales is largely rural demand. So we have seen a bit of a challenges in rural demand. Having said that, with this ongoing crop season, there is also hope that the ongoing month and a half we'll see pickup in the rural demand. We are quite hopeful on that. So one element is rural demand, and broadly what we have seen in the last year and a half, 2 years is that overall cost of acquisition of two-wheelers has gone up because of various reasons. One is, of course, the cost of regulations, which has made sure that the vehicle cost goes up. There's been insurance, mandatory insurance of 3 years. You have to buy, or 5 years for two-wheeler actually when you buy through because of Supreme Court mandate. And overall insurance, third-party insurance costs also gone up. So overall cost of acquisition of two-wheeler has gone up due to these reasons which I outlined. But we are hopeful that the rural demand will pick up. We have seen some signs, but we have to see how it goes the next couple of months.
Right, signs are of course visible. We also have certain regulations coming up next year. Are you thinking that the cost of acquisition for even passenger vehicles would go up eventually?
We have to see how it goes, but each company will take a commercial call. But yes, we are entering into BS6 Phase 2 regulation coming up April 1st, 2023. How that will impact the vehicle prices, we'll have to wait and watch. Each company will, of course, make their own decision.
Okay, if I talk about the numbers, you'll be talking about exports have been marginally declined in comparison. What are the reasons you're foreseeing? Because you're comparing to a COVID year and now a fresh year is coming up. So what are the reasons you're anticipating?
So what has happened in our markets are largely markets in Southeast Asia, South Asia, in Africa, parts of Latin America. These are the markets where we are typically exporting our vehicles. What we have seen in the last few weeks and months is that there has been a sudden strengthening of dollar, which has led to a situation where it's basically currency-led inflation in those economies. And because of that, there is a issue of availability of forex, and therefore vehicle, the priority and demand has now gone down for such vehicles. So we have seen that challenge in some of these markets. We hope that things will improve going forward, but it is a challenge as of now.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.